Yo, yo, yo. CPA Strength here, back again with another awesome video. Maybe my best video ever. Listen, if you could please hit the like button, please. I don't try to sell you anything. I don't have a special program. I don't give you my best stuff behind a paywall or anything like that. So if you could please like the video, do a comment for the algorithm. That will help the channel grow. I give the best stuff for right here for free because I am for the underdog. I am for the person just trying to make it for real. I'm going to put the playlist up here. This is the Accounting for Beginners playlist. This is the classic series. I've helped thousands upon thousands of people pass their accounting classes, learn accounting classes, do bookkeeping for their small business. Yes, do I have videos that say this stuff before? Yes. But I'm doing it again because I know more now. This is, from a lot of my accounting videos, this is like 5 years later. Oh, skip to this part. Oh, he doesn't start. Shut up, just chill. Like, for real. This is the foundation. You've got to know the foundation. It's like building a house. You got to have a strong foundation before you build the roof, okay? Think about that. People just want the answer. Well, how's it? I need this answer for a homework answer. Just don't worry about, all you gotta do is pass the class. And if you take an hour a day for a month and learn the basics, you will learn this. You will know debits and credits. You will know the double entry accounting system, which is really the basis for everything. Everything that happens, you get money, you get rid of money, you get a loan. Anything that happens, any transaction that happens, this is the basis for it, alright? I'm doing a little spin. I've never taught it this way before. But DC Adler, that's my thing. You're going to want to write this down. You're going to want to write down DC Adler. Now, my very first video said, I don't care how you remember it, you just got to remember these 8 letters. And people are like, oh, what a good teacher, what a shitty teacher he is. You can't remember 8 letters? Then stop it. I'm not even asking you to do that right now, am I? I'm asking you to run 2. DC Adler. I'll use dealer instead. Do it your own way. But listen, DC Adler. I break these out separately because I want it to be different. I do DC by itself because D is for debit, C is for credit. And I think it's so important because every transaction you get is either going to be a debit or a credit. Everything that happens is going to be a debit or a credit. That's why I want to break that out in its own thing. Every transaction is either going to be a debit or a credit. So in this video, I just want you to learn a couple things about debits and credits. Okay, I don't want to make it too hard or anything. I just think that, listen, this is the way. Okay, I'm sorry, I forgot. I haven't been around for a while. I'm the strongest CPA in like the world. I'm a licensed CPA in the state of Florida, okay? I know what the fuck I'm talking about, all right? Yes, I do. There's 500,000 CPAs in America. It's the hardest standardized test in the world. If I didn't know this stuff inside and out, then I wouldn't have passed it, okay? When I started, I didn't know anything. I just about failed my accounting classes. I barely made it through. That's because I didn't learn shit in college. I just want you to know these things about debits and credits. Then when you know about a debit and credit, you're almost you're like a quarter of the way there to knowing the double entry accounting system. But you don't want to sit there and take half an hour to learn debits and credits. You don't want to just slow down and not worry about a problem. This will do everything, okay? Debit on the left. Debit on the left. Debit on the left. Okay, what I want you to learn about debits and credits. So I'm only asking you, before I asked these people to learn 8 letters and they went fucking ape shit on me. Just know 2 things right now, okay? 2 letters, okay? DC, 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 all right? Debit and credit. DC, DC. Is that too much? Probably. All right, anyways. DC, DC. Debit, credit, DC, DC, debit, credit. Why do I do it? Because we go left to right when we're writing stuff. So that's why I put D on the first. So you can say, yeah, I don't know. So I just want you to know Yes, you're gonna have to learn 6 after this, but 2 right now, D and C. This is to learn double entry accounting system. This is to do bookkeeping. This will help you on a tax return. Debit on the left. Debit on the left. Credit on the right. So you know, DC. Debit on the left, credit on the right. You're like, this doesn't help my problem, my homework problem. Don't worry about your homework problem right now. We'll go over homework problems. I promise you. I promise you. If you just pay attention and learn what I'm asking you to learn, you will ace your first class. You will get an A on your first class. Guaranteed. Okay? So don't worry. Don't worry about any of that stuff right now. Just know a couple things. DC, debit, credit. Debit is on the left, credit is on the right. Debits will always equal credits. Always, 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 always. I said before in a previous video and people loved it. That's something you can text your mom about, okay? Text your mom. Text your mom right now. Hey mom, debits equal credits, okay? Debits always equal credits. You can text your mom about that. Alright? Text her. Shoot her a text right now. That's something she's going to want to know. And it'll never change, alright? Give her a text. Debits equal credits. Debits equal credits. That's all you have to know. And what I mean, there's going to be a debit that's $100. It's always going to be the same on the credit side. It's always going to be $100 for a transaction, for a journal entry. Debits equal credits. At the end of the year, a trial balance. Debits equal credits. Debits always, 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 always equal credits. Always equal credits. So if you have $100 for a debit and it doesn't equal, let's just say you have 75 as a credit. No! Debits always equal credits. Do we have that? Always CPA strength? Always. Can I really text my mom about that? Yes. Shoot her a text. Bro, I'm telling you. Always. What else do I think that's important? I mean, you're just knowing this stuff, you're like 25% of the way being a CPA. Why don't they teach you this in the school? Why isn't this the curriculum? I don't know. All right, I don't know. One more thing. Debit is not good or bad. A debit is not good or bad. It just is. A credit is not good or bad. It just is. A credit is a debit. I always do debit first because it's on the left. I always do debit first because it's on the left, and then I do credit because it's on the right. There's pretty much 8 letters here. We've gone over 2. That's 25%. You're like 25% of the way to being a CPA. But I didn't answer my homework problem. Chill. You watch this one and about 4 more videos. Go watch the playlist. You spend about 30 hours. You will ace your class. Now this is one of my problems because we're not there yet, but when I was starting, I was always trying to do because, you know, an asset goes up, it's a debit. All right? So I'm like, well, assets are good. You know, in my head I'm thinking assets are good, but then it would throw me off because a revenue when it goes up is a credit. And I didn't learn that. You know, don't worry about that. Just what I'm saying is there's, I guess, good things on both sides, bad things on both sides. It took me having to just think about this in a deeper level and not just answer a question on a test. A debit is not good. It's not good or bad, it just is. A credit is not good or bad, it just is. So I want you to write on your paper. Now I'm gonna give you more on this on the next video. But if this is one of the first videos you ever seen, or you already know this, then it's just you'll know it more. You know, until it just becomes second nature. Debit on the left, credit on the right. DC Adler. I'm just worried about the D and the C right now. Debit on the left, credit on the right. Debit on the left, credit on the right. Debit on the, credit on the. What are the amounts gonna do? Are you gonna have $100 a debit and $50 as a credit? Are you sure? Yes, I'm sure. You just text your mom about it. I wouldn't tell you to text your mom if it wasn't true. Debits equal credits. Debits equal credits. Debits equal credits. A debit is not good or bad, it just is. A credit is not good or bad, it just is. They love to hate me, I'm expanding my worth. Trying to see $1 million for them under the dirt. Ambitious dream chaser with a mouthful of words. On a path to success with a past that is cursed. Expand and grow everything that I touch. I made my money in the streets, but it wasn't enough. Deuces.